Hey Growco, Dr. Ali here. I'm gonna lead you through a movement series this morning. Wish you were here with me, but I know that you can get this done at home. We'll keep it to about 20 minutes today. I'll lead you through one set of every single series, and then depending on what your day looks like, how you're feeling right now, you can do 2 or even 3 rounds of every single circuit that we do together. You shouldn't need any equipment. I do have a yoga strap here. A belt will do at home for our postural protocol. So if you want to hit pause right now and go grab that, bring it on back. If you're ready, let's get going together. So come on down. We're gonna start off in child's pose today and working on some breath work. So stay with me and follow my cues and follow my voice as we take a moment, calm everything down, and really start to connect to our diaphragmatic breath. Spreading the knees wide, bringing the hips back onto the heels, stretching your arms out and dropping your head through your arms, resting the forehead down. I want you to start to take a really deep breath into the belly, expand and let it drop, and exhale fully. Good, staying at a nice slow tempo here. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Pause at the top. Exhale for 3, 2, and 1. And again, inhale in for 1, 2, 3, and this time on the exhalation, see if you can sink a little bit lower into your child's pose. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Last one, deep inhalation in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1. Pick yourself up, tabletop position, onto your hands and knees, and let's start to round the back up. Drop the chest, eyes come up to the ceiling. This is your cat camel. Bring it on up. Drop it down. Let's do 3 more. Round it up. Push the palms into the ground. Really spread the shoulder blades apart. Drop the chest, eyes come up to the ceiling. Feel that good stretch to the front of your neck, your scalene muscles. 2 more, round it up, cat pose. Drop it down. And last one, make this one your best one yet. Really spread the shoulder blades apart. Push the palms into the mat. Drop the chest down, eyes come up to the ceiling. Good. Tuck those toes behind you, lift your hips up, moving into a downward facing dog. Push the ears through the biceps, feeling a really good stretch through the back body. Firm the hands through the floor and drive the head a little bit closer towards your toes, really opening up through the upper body, and again, feeling that stretch through the back of the body there. Slowly walk the hands towards the toes. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Tuck the head in and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring yourself up to a standing position. Good. All right, go ahead and grab the belt or the strap or whatever you have there. Even a broomstick would work. We're gonna go nice and wide here and create a bit of tension through the band or the belt, and start with 10 pass-throughs, opening up through the shoulder. Now, as you're doing these, you wanna be mindful not to drop the chin and try not to round through the back or flare through the ribs. So this is our first connection here, full body, but knowing that everything moves through the midline. So can you slightly squeeze your glutes and stack your ribs on top of the pelvis so that you're just moving at the shoulder joint? 2 and 1. Good. Dropping that belt, now bringing the arms out in front of you. We want to connect again to the shoulder blades. So you're going to think about pinching your shoulder blades in towards the rib cage. So bringing them out and then pinching them in. So you should feel a really strong pull and muscle connection from the shoulder blades in towards the spine. And we're strengthening here our postural muscles. 5, we'll do 5 more. 5, 4, 3. Now if somebody's there with you or you have a mirror, one of the most common faults I see with this movement is that people shrug their shoulders up so that you're tapping into your trap muscles as opposed to the muscles in between your shoulder blades, your rhomboids. And if you're sitting and you're holding baby all day, you probably are doing that already. So we don't necessarily want to over strengthen these trap muscles. We want to dig into the muscles in between your shoulder blades. So far we've done 10 pass-throughs and 10 scat pulls. Our third movement in our postural protocol will be back down onto the ground, moving into that child's pose position, but keeping your torso upright. Bring your left hand to the back of your head, rotate the elbow down to the opposite wrist, and then rotate yourself up. We'll do 5 T-spine rotations on either side. 3, 4, 5, switching sides. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So our postural protocol today was 10 pass-throughs with a band or a belt, 10 scat pulls, and 5 per side T-spine rotations. Go ahead if you'd like to do that again, and I encourage you to do so. Hit pause on the video and repeat that 1 or 2 more times, and then come meet me back here on the mat and get ready to do some core work. If you're ready to move on now, bring yourself down onto your back. This is the most important work to do for connection to your core and your pelvic floor, especially in this important postpartum period where your body is still healing, and we influence how the tissue heals based on how we move. So bring yourself down onto the ground. And in this position here, bring your fingertips onto your belly so that they're facing in towards your belly button. Good. Now, the way that your fingertips are oriented right now is actually the way that that muscle that we want to tap into, your transverse abdominis or TVA, that's the way that the muscle fibers are oriented. So we want to think about pulling that muscle in, so contracting slightly inwards without holding our breath. I should still be able to talk as I am. I'm not sucking in my belly or stopping my ability to talk. I'm just bracing slightly. And you'll notice if you watch my pelvis here, as I brace slightly, there's a slight tipping of my pubic bone up, and now I'm really, really active through my TVA. Moving into our dead bug here, our hands come up towards the ceiling, knees come up, knees are wider than toes, and check in with yourself. Did you lose that tension through the midline? If you did, reactivate that TVA. And we're gonna work with the breath here as we move through our dead bugs. Big breath in. Exhale, move right leg down. If you're able to maintain tension through the midline there, you can move your opposite arm as well. Bring that back to midline. Breath in, exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg moves. Bringing it back in. Second rep here, breath in, exhale, extend. Now notice my leg stays bent the whole time. Inhale and exhale. I never lose that flexion through my knee, and I'm not tapping my heel down to the ground with this one. I want to maintain tension throughout the entire movement. That was 3. 3 on the second side here. We've got 2 more per side, keeping tension through the midline. Breath in, exhale, tension TVA inwards, extend, bring it back in. This is 4. Back in, last one, inhale. Exhale, tension TVA, extend arm and leg, back to midline. Whew, I got a good shake going there. How you guys doing? Good, back in, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Get a little bit of a massage there. Whew. Let your knees drop over to the side, press yourself up. We're moving into tabletop position here and our bird dog exercise. So basically we're just taking that dead bug position and flipping it. So your knees are going to be wider than your hips and wider than your toes. So as you look through your knees, you should see your toes there. Press firmly into the ground with your palms and then spin the pits of your elbow forward. So you're really, really strong through the arms there. Tilt that pubic bone up so that you create a nice flat back. Breath in. Exhale and tension everything inwards there. You might find this is a little bit more tricky to actually get that same activation because we're working against gravity now. Start by moving just one knee and hovering it 1 inch above the ground. Now you notice here I was able to keep a nice neutral spine there. If I lost that neutral spine, I would know that this exercise was actually too advanced for me. And if I'm able to do that and I want to make it a little bit trickier, I'm going to extend that leg slightly back and my arm as well. Bring it back to neutral. Breath in, tension and exhale. Second side. We're moving 5 per side here. Inhale, exhale, extend. Bring it back in, second side, inhale, exhale, tension, extend. That's good, guys. Moving slowly here, moving with the breath. I know there's a tendency, especially if you're home and especially if there's lots to do at home, to rush through things just to get it done, to give yourself a check on your to-do list. But the slower we go, the more connected to our midline and our pelvic floor we are. And actually, overall, the effectiveness of the exercise goes up exponentially. You'll see a lot more results with a slower, more intentional movement when it comes to your core work. Last one, breath in, exhale, keep that tension all the way out here. Hold, 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop hand, drop knee, sit yourself back, extend those arms out, child's pose. Back to your tabletop position. Reset here, strong through the arms, pressing through the palm, knees are wide, and tuck the toes under. We're gonna move into 5 reps of our bear exercise here. So bear exercise starts in the same position as your bird dog, but what we're doing here is we're moving into a little bit of an inversion, keeping tension throughout the entire range of motion here. The movement starts with a breath in and an exhalation as you pick yourself up, knees stay bent, hips tip a little bit higher than your shoulder. At the top, can you take another breath in, exhale, and return back to the starting position. Now, when you're in that inverted position, it's really nice because we've taken some pressure off of your pelvic floor. So adding a breath in at both the bottom and the top of the motion is actually really, really helpful for overall connection to core and pelvic floor especially. Breath in, exhale, lift, breath in, exhale, tension that TVA, come back to neutral. 3 more. Breath in, exhale, lift, breath in, exhale, back down. Love this one. This one always gets everything fired right up. Breath in, exhale, lift up, breath in, exhale, drop it down. 1 more. Breath in, pull everything in, lift, hold at the top here. Breath in, exhale, back down. Good, sitting back and just roll out the wrists here. Get yourself ready. Now those were our 3 core exercises there. So we did 5 per side dead bugs, 5 per side bird dogs, and then 5 bear. Again, that would be a really good series where you can press pause right now, grab a sip of water, and move through that 1 or even 2 more times. If you had to pick one thing today, if you could only give yourself 8 minutes, pick that core work, take your time on that, and get it done. And you know what, guys? Throughout the day, if you're like me, you have a toddler at home, you have a newborn at home, you have all sorts of things going on. You don't even necessarily have to dedicate all the time right now to doing this. You might do some piecework in the morning, Come back, baby's nap time in the afternoon, get a little bit more done, and then before you go to bed, doing a little bit there. It all counts, it all adds up and contributes to your overall health. The last piece of today is gonna be our glute-focused strength. We're gonna do kickbacks, hydrants, and squats. Now, most of everything that we do is gonna be in that tabletop position. So if your wrists are starting to get a little bit sore, you can go into a fist, or you could just skip the hydrants and the kickbacks and move right to some squats. So if you're ready, join with me here. Come into your tabletop position. Pull the pubic bone forward so that you find that nice neutral spine. Arms are strong, spin the pits of your elbows forward, and we're gonna start to kick back, going anywhere between 10 and 20 reps. Whatever you're feeling today, I'm gonna do 10, so I have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap that down, just posture check here, make sure everything is nice and tight. Second side, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now come down here onto your elbow on the right side. Keep that left arm lifted and start to pulse in your hydrants here. For 7 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Down on your forearm, keep that right arm lifted. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Standing it on up. In your squat here, bringing your feet slightly externally rotated so the toes are out. You want to keep your feet flat, your chest up as you move through this squat. Sit your weight back in the heels. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Whew. All right, 10 kickbacks, 10 hydrants, 10 squats. Again, up to you, choose your own adventure. One set might be great for you today. I know I'm feeling it after that. Maybe you want to do 2 or even 3 rounds of that. Ladies, I hope to see you soon. I hope everybody stays safe. Check back here. We'll post more videos, and I can't wait to see you again. Be well, and cheers, guys.